another thing too. It's like, well,
Damn, been having
let's say
problems
that you
with
pick
my
a lot of the stuff up, but then you got to go back and
squad
fine
being
trim it.
tired. I
That's
don't know what's
useless.
going on with
That's
the training
double steps
settings.
here. I just think if I'm going to trim it, I'm going to trim it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But if the reality is, or if the conversation is a slight sacrifice of trichomes / flour material for hours saved, so be it. That's the reality, because I know how to make concentrate. There is no waste when I harvest. Everything gets reused, including the fan leaves and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's going to fall into another sector of my operation per se.
So you just finished a run. Are you? Do you already have your next run planned, Pete? Or
yeah, it's already grown.
Oh, there you go. What are you doing?
Yeah, you wouldn't know because I don't show you plants on YouTube. But yeah, I've got Zaza genetics up next with I got some dead ops OG.
Oh,
in the veg tent right now. Yep. Always something on the go.
Well, have you guys ever used the canna brush? That's another innovative. That's the most like different of the mix. Looks like a brush, but the texture is a little different. The bristles are like a silicone that's kind of edged.
What color you got on, cuz?
I saw it at MJ BizCon.
What colors you put on?
It seemed like a lot of I had straight up like scissor hash within like 10 minutes all over the pieces. Like I was like, dang, that's building up a lot. Like that's a little aggressive now. But what I will say is it does speed up.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders.
Make it worth it, baby.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from FedEx Field. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Start on the ground with Elliott. He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs? That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. These two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go to Elliott again. Room here to run. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Prescott. Oh, you saw that coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Benjamin St. Juice. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders. Right at the 30. Now they go play action with Hal. Throw right side complete to Carter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Play action. It's Hal. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And Hal will throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And once more, Hal back to the air. And a dump off here to Robinson.
I take it.
And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott.
Man, what the fuck?
Intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
He got hit, but god damn.
Possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he...
All right, Dak.
Like, hey, that's bro science, or hey, that's not real, or hey, you should do this. There's not a new innovation.
Go on, sit it down, playboy.
I think this is something that really changes the game for a lot of people. It's a product, but it's also technology, and so that's probably why people are talking about it so much. I know I'm super.
We ready?
You know?
Yeah. I get excited about these things.
And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll go play action. Howell.
Oh,
He's knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw again on second down. Howell over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Flushed out right. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. John Bates, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
I don't know what the fuck going on with that.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can it?
Look at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. Teams down the stretch playing really well, sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership at the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on a losing streak as they head into the playoffs.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle by Robert Quinn. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now rush. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. they're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
Fucking hell no.
Powering forward.
Good fucking block.
An explosive 38-yard pickup. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake. Got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Oh, way to get there. Way to get there.
Pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Faking the handoff. Howell. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Going right back to Dotson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Powell. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a
out.
drive
Way to
here in
scare
the
him
final
off
minutes of the
a little
half.
bit.
But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
There we go.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
Ooh. We needed that. We needed that.
And he takes
Good
this one
out.
back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Way to step up. Good defense. Good defense. He's killing us.
Marr on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
That shit happens, man. Like October's a popular time. Yeah. You know what I mean? You get that shit that happens, and it's almost like you get set here.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Howell from the gun.
There we go.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Again, it's Elliott.
Yeah.
2nd and 12. To throw is Rush.
Oh, motherfucker.
Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Get the side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Howell.
There you go.
He's taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
All right, let's go. We need a turnover, fellas.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. To their credit, resulting in the amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, They're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
Turn around, motherfucker! What did you do?
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've
hell
big
nah,
turnovers
man.
already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
Powell, he'll look to throw it.
Get that shit off.
Away and it falls incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
All right, fellas, let's go.
They'll start the drive with Elliott.
Damn.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls
to the house,
are
fellas.
setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
First down, and it's Pollard again.
Come on now.
He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rush. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on.
Go down, face mask.
Point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. He'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose, run or pass, and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for that run play. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing here, Rush. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
Yeah.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone.
You know what they ain't
they'll
gonna
start
do.
deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And
he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him get one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
But we don't jack this one off.
The give is to Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Escaping the pressure.
Ooh, I just said I wasn't going to jack it off. I'm jacking it off.
Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
All right, let me get back in range, man.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Anthony Barr leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's going to fire one deep.
Oh, damn. Good shit. Never had a chance. Couldn't control my ball.
Downfield.
My fault, fellas. My fault. I'll make it up to y'all.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
I hit the panic button.
And a solid run down inside the 30.
Hit the motherfucking panic
These
button.
plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 29, Powell. And this throw incomplete.
Almost fucked up.
That time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Powell trying to pick it up on 3rd. He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
The what?
1st down, Howell to throw.
Oh my goodness.
What
the fuck is he doing?
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
That's what's up.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Another throw for Howell. Complete, it's Dotson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now Howell. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Oh, I ran right to
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Pollard going to try the right side. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here's Rush to throw. This is caught by Hilton. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And credit the tackle to Percy Butler. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, under the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football until my offensive line. No leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw, Rush. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Barr now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work.
But you know what I said? I said our division tough. If everybody stay on the next season. Yeah, you see the Giants and the Eagles record down there. If you check the ticker. Right.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
Now.
I guess it's time now to lean on that
14-3
leadership.
And the Eagles 11-6.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Powell to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Sure, they ain't played it.
But they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters. So I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
What your picks like?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Oh, what the fuck?
Here's Howell. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all
God damn, no second and third
pick. A little bit tighter. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now, we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Well, and I think Washington got it. Yes, they did. And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it.
Really mad.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same.
Man, turn the fuck around.
They found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but
They're
the game
trying to
plan,
give you the
I doubt it'll
game.
just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook.
Yeah.
They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Fuck that. I ain't doing that.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Get that. Ah!
And that's going to be incomplete.
Man,
good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
He's got a man, complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. I can dig it.
One final shot, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. It all came down to one final jump ball on the Hail Mary, but partner, the defense was ready, able to force it to be incomplete. Ball game over.
Look, let's face it, everybody wants to work the ball in closer and take a more high percentage pass to try and tie the game. But the Hail Mary, that's what they had to work with. And now they're just hoping that their jumpers can get up higher and are stronger than the defenders. Not the case in this instance. They end up losing the game.
So for the Cowboys, they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Washington,
they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11.
And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around.
I'm pretty sure your lights would work too.
I use just dialogue. Or just, I don't use digital controllers, digital timers. That's the caveman in me. Yeah.
Hey, you have the 6.9 Pro.
Yeah, I got it all to do it. Yeah. The last digital timer I put through a set of drywall in my basement.
Yeah,
the batteries died. And,
Can we talk about power outages?
Let's do it.
Good question. Power outages. What happens if you have a power outage? Who wants to answer first? I just had one. That's why I'm not excited to talk about this one. Go ahead first.
Yeah, typically, this is a good question because you have to scramble. Most of the time, I don't know the power is out during the night because I'm sleeping. So a lot of the times I find the power is out during the day. And if that's the case, I'll take all my plants out of the garden and go put them in like a living room or something where they'll like take in some sunlight and so on and so forth. If that's not the case, because I'm in a tent, it is what it is, man. I'm not going to go start lighting candles in there to keep the photon or the cells active and so on and so forth. So, yeah,
that'd be aggressive.
Just play it out.
Yeah, generator is an amazing thing to get, especially country bumpkin. Boy, you should have a generator by now, Pete.
I'm not as country bumpkin
over here.
Yeah.
On my
electric truck powers my home.
Yeah. See, in my little spot, you can get a small generator too. So just got a little small one. That's a little stash one that'll just run the lights if I need and fans. But then there's also, just saying screw it and running out. A lot of people have done that too, and then they'll have 3-4 days depending on the storms. If you've got regular soil and you just fed your plants and they've had time, I've seen 2-3 days with no electricity and plants bouncing back. But if you've got something that's automated, and like prime example would be hydroponics, you got DWC, and that water's not moving for days, that's going to be an issue. So it really depends on what you're running. If you can sacrifice not buying a generator, it just, I guess, depends on what you're doing. But I would recommend right away, if you don't live in a big city, get a generator. And even if you do, you can get small ones that are like right outside your crib too. Just running for certain things, not your whole house.
I don't have a generator. The power went out 2 days ago here. And like P said, you're scrambling. At that point, you're trying to figure out, what do you do type thing. And so first of all, the power went out right as my lights were about to come on. Okay, so basically I just extended my dark period, which is probably the best solution, right? I think it would be a lot worse if your lights were on for 6 hours, you have a power outage for an hour or two, and then your lights come back on for the remainder of the cycle. It said that plants are more likely to harm in that situation, but fortunately for me, it was right as the lights were supposed to come on. They just didn't come on, and so that's okay. But one thing I noticed is that the humidity spikes. When no fans, right? So you don't have any power, no fans are going on. So you're not exchanging that air anymore, and you don't have your oscillating fan going on anymore. So once those plants are transpiring, bud rot, powdery mildew, right? You're really at risk for that stuff. So what I do is I open up my grow tent. Immediately open it up, kind of use the flap of the grow tent to fan everything out, and then that they don't actually get it. It expanded to my whole room. I have a 12 by 9 room, so the humidity dropped down to, I believe it was about 50%, so I was okay at that point. But yeah, I don't have a generator. I was researching after this. I was like, okay, I should probably get one. So the power banks too, they have these huge power banks. A lot of people use them for camping and stuff. Some of them you actually plug solar panels into it, which is kind of cool. But I was looking at power banks. They can be pricey. And how long do they really last? You just got to kind of do the math. Okay, for this $300 power bank, how long will that last in my grow room? With the light on, 400, 500 watts, whatever you have. Maybe it wouldn't even be worth it, on those power banks. Maybe a generator would be a lot better. So,
yeah,
I'm not really sure.
Everything
was a little over $1,000.
Everything is susceptible to something. So yeah, your power bank is susceptible to electricity, but your generator is susceptible to a fuel supply. And I don't know about you guys in America, but in Canada, we've had fuel shortages. We've had it where there's signs on the pump that says there's no fuel here. So you are SOL. So yeah, being able to be self-sufficient, be able to react and use what's available around you is very important. So yeah, you know what? You could probably get off if you're not going to have power for days. You're going to have to get that plant out of the room that it's in, and you're going to have to get it exposed to the sun. And you're going to have to do some work, and you're going to be thankful, though, that you're going to have something to kind of do. It's not going to be the best result. You could try to take it outside, depending, I can't do that right now. It's minus 15 degrees Canadian, so that's not an option. It would be putting this massive plant in my living room and then getting it out of there at nighttime so I could keep that 12 and 12. It's not ideal, but that's got to work with what you got. It's a good question.
Absolutely. I see another one asking about can essential oils, this Ducklord64 on Twitch here. Can essential oils blend work alone for IPM? Plans on using a mix of peppermint oil, rosemary oil, and neem oil.
Yeah, you're using.
Well,
yeah, you're using my regimen right there.
Yeah. Same with me. Same thing. Yeah.
That's the exact same regimen I use. What's important is to alternate them. I think would be the key there. Is rosemary once a week, 3. If you have an infestation, you got to